Good afternoon. Welcome to Three Up and Three Down, a version of the players of the baseball version of our players of the previous week. All information can be found on Card Ladder. I am Chad. This is Tom. How are you doing today?
Good.
Terrific, terrific. So we've got six cards here, three up and three down, as you can see in the title, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're just looking at the rises and falls in percentage terms and see if there's anything there. This is mostly for fun, not advice by any stretch here, because you can see some pretty wild moves here. So we're going to start it off with an honorable mention, just because this is a player that I've been pounding the table on, and I don't think I should have to. Because he's going to put up a ton of really incredible milestones this year, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. All things considered, at some point here we'll see how it kind of goes. But and that is Miguel Cabrera. This is the 2000 tops traded in a PSA 9. Rising 56% in the last week. So, this was a card that was always sitting around in the PSA 10 around $240. And I said, other Hall of Famers are at least 350, and it looks like he's hitting that mark. He's a little over 300 in the 10, but with the 9 at about $120, you could extrapolate that out to about 350, $360. So I think maybe this is leading the move, and you'll see those 10s move up.
Yeah, I mean, the 10s are probably going to stay way over 200, but
For sure, yeah. They haven't
but the
dropped
PSA
down.
9s are always staying over like 100.
Yeah, the PSA 10 will not drop below 200. So it was again around 250. We're looking for a move up to about 350, and I think that move is starting here with the purchase here around $80, and again you're up decently up to about that $120 mark. So a little over 50% for Miggy this week.
Yeah, so Miggy, he's certainly going to be a Hall of Famer.
Right. And so Hall of Famers trade at a certain price, and that's around 350 at the lower end, kind of. When you look at like the Molinas, but you look at the Pujols, it's 500. You look at Mookie and Trout. Mookie's on there as well. Trout much higher. So all right, let's get into our number 3, and we'll start off with the number 3 faller for the week.
That is Justin Verlander.
Justin Verlander, his 2005 is a PSA 10, and in the past week, this card is off 27%.
Yep, and just a very tiny hill there.
Very tiny
Only
hill.
3 sales.
Exactly, not a lot of volume in that card. You can see there's been
but
plenty of sales here.
all time is just wow.
Yeah, it's had a great run. This is another Hall of Famer, and so this card is sitting in that 200 area. And for pitchers, that's probably fair. Hitters are going to be in a little bit more demand, but so it's sitting in the range that it's been in here. So again, we don't like these low volume spikes. But this is kind of sitting in probably what you're going to have to pay for the foreseeable future if you would like a gem mint Justin Verlander.
Yeah, but all time, I would rather not buy it at like $250.
You may not have a choice. I don't think you're getting it cheaper. Buy a raw. Nothing wrong with a raw card.
Raw is probably way lower.
$40. Yeah, probably spend $30-$40 and you have the card. So, all right, our number 3 riser for the week is Cody Bellinger.
Starting at $30 and going up to $40.
Yeah, this is his chrome, his base chrome, and so I think
it's not the batting one, but I still think that's pretty cool.
It is. It's a very cool card. The chrome, the card that people I think want the most is the 2017 update where he's finishing his swing, that nice lefty follow through. Mm-hmm. And so that card is. I think that's the card to go to, and that's actually in the PSA 9. I think represents an incredible value, but we'll get that in another video.
This is the same exact thing, but just a different pose.
Yeah, well, and the thing is with these Chrome debuts, you can see this in like Acuna. He had his Chrome, but the people want the update, but he didn't have he had the short print or whatever in the Series 2 in 2018. There's been a few cards like that where there's the Chrome, like Vladimir Guerrero, he had kind of the short print in the Chrome. People want the short print because it wasn't really short printed, but the update is the one that they're going to gravitate to more than the Chrome. But over the past couple weeks, Bellinger is starting to get some love. There was a discrepancy between his PSA 10 and PSA 9, and hoping to still do a video on that one. But nice run here. He is up 60% over the last week to make it the number 3 riser for baseball cards.
This week,
in the past week. There it is. So our number 2 faller
is Greg Maddix. Like
the Bulldog. Don't tell him because he'd get mad at you. He might throw one at you. Got to be careful there.
That would hurt.
It would hurt. It would hurt. So this is the tops traded, just the regular base PSA 10. This card's had a really nice run actually. It was. I think I was looking at these. I don't know how recent it was. About $30. So That might have been a while ago.
That's
that was a while ago. You had this monster spike again on low Vaughn. We don't like that. And it's settling in, so you had this range here and settling into a higher range.
So it's kind of like the Jerry Rice yesterday, except it had that big rise up, that big line.
He's a Hall of Famer, so his stats aren't going to get any worse. So there's no reason for the drop. There's just not a demand. And this is an area, if you're looking for a Maddix, that it seems like that's what you're going to have to buy. So here's your range here. Now it's settling into another range. Call this kind of your upper end of it, $100, and your lower end is going to be around that $50 mark. He was down 36% last week, and that's...
Yeah, but all time, it's like the Jerry Rice, just a big blob of paint.
Well, these Hall of Famers, they do garner a lot of demand. That's for sure. So you'll see a lot of these
They make
spikes.
Henry draw like weird paint.
Exactly. Definitely colored outside the lines on that one.
Yep.
All right, our number 2 riser for the week
is
All Rise for the Judge.
All Rise.
All Rise for the Judge.
I just learned that right before we did this.
Yeah, I know you didn't quite understand the nickname, but when a judge enters his chambers, everyone say "All rise," and this is the judge.
Yeah,
so.
I thought it meant since he's really big, since he's really tall.
Yeah, exactly. You have to rise up quite a bit to match him. He's a tall drink of water. So 2013 Bowman Chrome draft prospects. So this is his PSA 10 that has increased 73% over the last week.
That is just a big line.
Yeah, well, there hasn't been that many sales really. There's been one sale, so that's all it takes sometimes. Is just one person coming in saying, I don't see this card very often. I'm just going to buy it.
But all time, it's just...
Yeah, he's had quite a dip, and I think that's fair because he's played one full season, basically.
And the highest price of all time is $400.
Almost on the nose there. So, again, I like Aaron Judge. He seems like a really great guy. He plays incredible defense. When he plays, he is amazing. The question with him is playing. So if he's able to string together, if he's suddenly to get healthy and string together like five seasons, then he's firmly on that all-time track. And this is a cheap price, but he hasn't done it yet. So can he do it now is the question.
Yeah, but when he plays, he always makes an amazing catch, and then he goes out for a little bit.
And he's got an incredible arm, and then he tweaks a hamstring. So for him, unfortunately, he's not at the age where he's going to start getting healthy.
He's amazing when he plays, but he never really plays that much.
He's put together his rookie season 2017, and then after that, it's been there's been some partial seasons, but
2017 was basically Pete Alonso last year, except these couple seasons, he's not even playing.
Exactly. If we can get him on the field and healthy, this is a cheap price, but he needs to prove it first at this point. All right, our number 1 faller for the week is Tatis. Now, this was not our number 1 riser last week. I think that was Griffey. We had Griffey, Bonds, and I think 3 was Tatis. We could do a little show prep, I think, but we didn't. But there hasn't been there's been a few sales actually here, a couple over the last week here. And this card has fallen 37%. So you had that $80 level, and he's really come back into that $50 level. So he was one of the better risers. His X Fractor was one of the good risers last week. It was like number 4 or something like that. And then this card was up there as well, and it's starting to come off just a little bit here. So longer term for
all
Tatis,
time is a lot.
He's
only 1 year.
It's interesting. He's really come back down to this breakout area here. He was down 37% in the last week. And last sold for $50, which is right around this breakout. So I think you'll start to see people get pretty excited about.
Yeah, he's only been playing for 2 years, and he already has that in all time.
That doesn't really matter. It's just 2 years worth of data. So I mean, that's here nor there. But if you look at
but how can he do that in
He didn't do anything. This is us doing that. This is our buying and selling. It's not his fault. He's not in there buying and selling his cards. Maybe he is, but I doubt it's him in there buying all these.
He's doing good, so other people want to buy it. So that means he's just being really good at the point.
But he hasn't been bad, and his card prices are still dropping here. So, but again, it's at a level where I think you'll see some buyers step in, and I think that is a very, very interesting card right now. That's your number 1 faller. So our number 1 riser is all that's left here. And that is
Vladdy Guerrero Jr.
Vladdy Jr. So terrific. This was one of the cards that point out said this is too cheap. And I think his PSA 9s right now, just in the regular, the no number, right now you can get them for about $25, whereas PSA 10s are still going for $100. So they should kind of converge a little bit. I think there's upside to the 9, but this is the Chrome.
The Chrome Refractor PSA 10.
Easier to come by, and the refractor part is going to. The refractor part is going to add a little. So now it's not a numbered refractor because it wasn't in the update set here. So I don't know how common or uncommon it is. But
right now it's at $230.
But over the last week, $100,
And then 200, like...
Exactly. So up 137%. If we look at all time, we'll just kind of get a better sense of, yeah, that is not the price. So I don't know what happened here.
Why would you buy it at 250?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I'd rather buy it down by the
last
start.
sold, 236.19 was probably an auction, and something happened here. But this is your range here, and I think I wouldn't chase that. I wouldn't touch that.
Or I would buy it like right down there where that guy got it like $30.
Well, yeah, of course, everybody would want that, but that's not the price anymore. So right now, this is the price. So if you see more sales in here, then this is the price. I'm just betting that is not the price, and the next sales we see are probably in that 125 area.
Yeah, I would not really buy it at 250. I would wait for it to go down to 125 if it's flatty, or just like lower than 100.
Wise. There it is. Well, I don't know if it gets lower than 100. It could, but again, these low volume spikes. People are excited that he's dropped a lot of weight. There's a lot of interest in his cards. I get it, but this is maybe too much too soon. So if we are looking for this card, I would say keep waiting.
Yep.
All right.
Just keep waiting until it gets low.
Just keep swimming.
Until it gets lower than 125.
That's your call. Tommy has made Mr. Tom has made the call. All right, there we go.
Yay, I made the call.
You made the call. All right, have a good day. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.